Hi there. Happy Travel Tuesday. Brian, I don't want to make you jealous, but I'm in a little bit of a warmer climate than you are right now.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm teasing. Yes, I think that if I remember, today's the day that you flew south to Florida, and you're in tropical, well, a warmer Orlando, and I'm in my office on a dreary Tuesday morning.
Well, yeah, I don't mean to rub it in, but I wasn't the only one flying south. I'll tell you, the plane was full, the airport was busy, a lot of families heading down. So we're really kicking off really Easter break right now. A few of the families I talked to said, you know what, we pulled the kids out of school and left early because the prices were high and a lot of the availability was sold out for this weekend. So that they just made that move and said, that's it. We're going for an extended vacation. They were going to see grandma and grandpa. So there's a little bit of everything going on.
Well, there is a lot going on, and I'll have to tell you, and we've talked about it before, Elizabeth, but that flexibility can make all the difference in the world by a few days. So if people can pivot, always around holiday time, but you know, some schools are out already this week and next week. There's such a variance of school breaks that, you know, now through the weekend after Easter, flights heading south are going to be full. So again, I don't want to be a broken record, but it's just my plug to say, get to the airport early. Baggage drop lines, TSA lines, you know, it's very crowded. So make sure you get there early, and certainly make sure that you have the app downloaded on your phone if you have any type of disruptions and interruptions. You had the luxury of a nonstop flight to Orlando early in the morning, first one out. People say, you know what, we want to leave early in the morning. There's, you know, little chance for delays, and, you know, the propensity of a delay early out is, it doesn't happen that often. So glad you're there safe and sound, but everyone should really, you know, pack proper and make sure you respect the guidelines of the TSA with liquids and gels and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, you can see on the screen here some of the things we wanted to talk about and some of the trends. So where's everyone going? Warmer destinations. Everyone's looking to escape. It's been a long winter, even though it was a mild one, it was still a little gray, and people are looking to get to some warmer destinations, either flying down south or even taking road trips this week.
A lot of road trips this week, and we've talked to our folks in the route preparation department, and, you know, a lot of triptychs are headed to Myrtle Beach and the Outer Banks. And, you know, historically, spring break is Myrtle Beach and Outer Banks. And, you know, a lot of families do drive. You know, you have 3 or 4 or 5 people. Those airline fares do add up for, you know, a destination that is drivable. So you're on your own schedule, but you know what, with all these road trips, make sure you obey the rules of the road, and you know, plan your route ahead of time for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And cruising's so popular, Brian. If you know, we're just wrapping up wave season right now. People took advantage of those specials and deals, and the cruise ships are heading out with a lot more capacity than we've seen in the past few years.
Yeah, many are actually to full capacity, which is really great to see. People are back wanting to travel. Their protocols for cleanliness are really, you know, stayed in place, so people can be very comfortable. But I have to tell you, cruising has been one of the best values this winter and spring season. So a lot of people are heading to Florida and other destinations where those cruise ships are going to depart from. So a lot going on the high seas.
Yeah, some people, I just had to worry about a flight. Some had to worry about a flight and getting to the terminal and more. So they might have a multifaceted, multi-step approach to getting to their vacation.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that international travel, which you know, can include cruises that are heading to places out of the country, of course, different islands, etc. But international travel, you know, including a lot of people heading over to Europe and more, it's up 30% compared to spring break last year.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, Europe, which is really popular spring, summer, fall, really has turned into a year-round destination. So we are seeing people that are going, you know, at off times or less popular times, because some of the lines, some of the crowds aren't as there. We're getting into the launch of river cruise season, tulips and windmills coming up, you know, those type of specialty river cruises. So people are really looking to get out and see the world for sure.
Sure. And you had touched on TSA and getting through TSA. I know it was a topic in the news recently. Peanut butter. they're saying don't bring the peanut butter through. It's not solid enough for them. They're considering it a liquid. So either you're bringing like a little container of it that's, you know, a little sample, 1 portion size, or you're packing a jar in your carry or your checked luggage if you really need to take peanut butter, or you're leaving the peanut butter at the TSA checkpoint because they're not letting you take it through if it's more than that 3.4 ounces.
Yeah, and they're pretty strict on that, I have to tell you. Now, we always joked about Thanksgiving time and freezing that gravy. That is not a liquid. I wonder if you freeze the peanut butter, if it works. But
right, I don't know.
At any rate, you know what?
I don't know.
Don't
if
worry
I
about
try
it. But buy it at your destination. It really is not that big of a situation. But if you do need it for, you know, needs during travel, you just need to pack a small portion of it to make sure that the size is right.
Right. Maybe people have to take medication with it or whatever they really need it for. You can get those little packets of it. So that's pretty handy too. But again, TSA lines are pretty long. I saw them pulling over several bags to check them through. One woman, it was like knitting needles they were checking. Someone else had a full-size container of sunscreen in the bag. So just a reminder, if you're going to these warmer destinations, if you're taking a full-size sunscreen, it has to go in your checked luggage. If you're using a carry-on, you have to get the travel size.
Yeah. And you hate to throw those things out and they make you throw them out, but you know what? It's their job. It's what they need to do. So we have to respect the rules as well. So
we sure do. Yeah. And it's all about courtesy, thanking them. They're keeping us safe. It takes a little bit of extra time, but it's well worth it. And it's all for everyone's protection and safety.
Of course it is. Very well said.
And Brian, we still have special events taking place this week. You know, hey, you want to go somewhere warmer, but maybe in the summer, and maybe you want to go somewhere that's really a bucket list destination, only available for summer warmer weather cruises, and that's Alaska.
It is Alaska, and you know what? We have our Princess Alaska events going on this week. So tonight in Syracuse, we have a Princess Alaska event. Tomorrow night in Rochester, and then on Thursday in Buffalo. Folks can register at AAA.com/events. These are in-person events. We're really excited to get back to in-person events and really mingle with everybody and talk to our members about, you're right, a bucket list experience, Alaska, whether it's a cruise or a cruise tour, want to make the most of it. We have an unbelievable Alaska expert that will be talking in all of these events. And if you listen to our radio program on the Big Weck, she was our guest last Saturday talking about Alaska, and boy, she is full of wonderful detailed information to make the most of an Alaskan experience.
Yeah, we're talking about Judy Kale. She's incredible. She just paints a beautiful picture of Alaska. We didn't even have to say anything on the radio program, Brian. She took care of it all, and she knows all about Alaska. I mean, she is an Alaska expert.
She really is. And you know what? It's good to learn about Alaska before you get there. It kind of, you know, helps you enjoy it more. But, you know, once you're there, it is just awe-inspiring and breathtaking. And Princess Cruises does it right. There's many options up there, but this is one that we're focusing on this week. And so if you do want to, and you're in the Syracuse area tonight, Rochester tomorrow, Thursday in Buffalo, again, register for those. Come see us and learn all about that last frontier.
That's right. AAA.com/events. Please sign up in advance before going to the event. And speaking of the radio program that airs every Saturday on the Big Weck, and it's a podcast every Monday, this Saturday, we're going to talk to Trooper James O'Callahan from the New York State Police, because it's kicking off April. April 1st is Saturday, and we're not fooling. It is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. So we're letting everyone know about safety tips and how to remain safe this month.
You know, it's so important. It's so important year round, but the month of April is focused on that. And, you know, whether it's texting or, you know, anything, listening to music, a lot of folks in the car, you know, really pay attention to the road, put those devices down, and, you know, a split second, a disaster can happen. And it's really that important. You know what, Elizabeth, most of, if not all of those things are avoidable as well.
Right. And that's one of the things that he always points out. You know, you can control your speed. You can control how fast you're going. You know, that's your speed. You can control if you're using your phone behind the wheel or not. And you can control if you're wearing your seatbelt or not. So these are all things that are going to keep you safe. And so we really need to raise awareness about the phones. And unfortunately, it's a growing distraction instead of going in reverse the way we want it to go. So more and more people tempted to reach for that phone. So if you put it out of reach, if you use an app that just shuts the phone down and says, hey, I'm driving, I'll get back to you later. You'll know you're not missing out on any important communication. You're letting everybody know you're driving and you're being safe, and they'll appreciate that, and you're being responsible.
This goes back a long, long time, but when I learned to drive, there were no cell phones. There was not really much distraction in the vehicle. There might have been an AM radio, for goodness sake, but you know what? There are temptations, and you're right, the temptations are all avoidable, whether it is the loud music as well, the number of people in a car, and let's remember, everyone in a vehicle is required to wear a seatbelt. So, you know, there really is just such an important message, and you know, our young drivers learn by example. So caregivers, parents, guardians, they really need to set the example for young drivers as well.
Brian, I have a great idea for you. I'm in my travel sweatshirt since I just landed. I was in airplane mode. See that? Airplane mode. So put the phone in airplane mode when you're driving, and then you won't have any problem. It's just like when you're flying on a plane.
Very simple. Yes. Thank you for that wonderful tip, Elizabeth.
Hey, I can get you one of these if you want one.
I like it. Absolutely. I do.
The Travel Tuesday airplane mode. It's my travel sweatshirt.
Love it. Love it.
And Brian, usually you have some deals for us on Travel Tuesday.
So, you know what, and this Tuesday is no different. We always have travel specials going on. Right now, I want to focus on Aloha Day. So, you know, as I've mentioned before, Hawaii has become so popular, a wonderful paradise, and it's been really popular kind of as we were coming out of COVID. Easy place to fly to, but it's tropical. It's our own country, our own language, our own laws, our own currency. But there's so many different islands with so much to offer. We have Aloha Days going on actually through the end of April. And members can save $175 off a booking, and plus a $50 activity credit to do sightseeing as well. So in addition to that, many of the hotels and resorts have wonderful discounts available as well. Many will offer things like a free breakfast, upgrades, discounted rate. So now's the time to talk to your AAA travel advisor and plan that Aloha Spirit vacation.
Okay, sounds great. Like I like to say, it's your ticket to paradise. You want to book it now while we're celebrating Aloha Days.
It is. It is. And another popular one, and we're seeing, you know, every year we see travel out to the Grand Canyon and the Rockies. It is so popular, the Western United States. Right now, there is a limited time offer with Rocky Mountaineer, a Southwest Escape, and that is rail on the Rockies to the Red Rocks trip. So I did that a few years ago with a group from AAA. What a wonderful experience. All the national parks that we saw, that rail experience with Rocky Mountaineer, the narration, the sightseeing, the food, the drink on the train. It is just luxury all the way around. So it really is. That deal is going on now to book through the 11th of April. So there's still time to get going on that as well. So,
and luxury is the perfect way to put it, Brian. I've never been. I know you have, as you said, but everything I've read about it, every piece of feedback, it was just, everyone said so luxurious, the gourmet dining and more, and the views just incredible. So something to really think about.
It really is wonderful experience. And, you know, this promotion is for the US train rail trip. But Rocky Mountaineer really started in Canada, and they have wonderful trips from Vancouver to Calgary and Banff, and to see Lake Louise and Banff, and all of the Canadian Rockies is spectacular as well. That's a much longer journey with the train. But again, the food, the gourmet dining, the narration, the sightseeing, it is just a photographer's delight. So really great opportunities as well. So, you know what, people have the travel bug. We got to get out, and we're seeing folks, our branches are busy. People are really traveling.
They sure are. And again, if you're going next week, this week, at whatever their school break is, remember it's Distracted Driving Awareness Month. That includes looking at the map, looking at the GPS. You want to make sure you stay safe out there, have a co-pilot that can help you out, get to your destination safely. And of course, we remind everyone, of course, be aware of your surroundings. And, you know, always make sure that you have a plan. And if you see something suspicious, separate yourself from it and make sure you go to someplace safe. I want to remind everyone that before they head out.
Absolutely. Great advice. And, you know, now we see springtime and we see so many people out. We really want to enjoy that change of season. Travel safe, be safe, and have a wonderful spring break vacation. And you enjoy, I know you're down there for work, but there might be a little leisure time in there. So make sure you can enjoy.
But today I should be able to get a little bit of sun. So you see all the greenery behind me. I'm sitting under a little atrium thing here. I should be able to get a little bit of sun this afternoon if things go as planned. Then tomorrow and the next day I'll be in meetings all day. But it sure feels nice to feel some warm air.
I'm sure it does. Well, be safe. And we thank everybody for tuning in this afternoon. No, this morning. It's still not.
Yeah, it's almost lunchtime. Right.
So,
Happy Travel Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.